What happens when a camera looks at a screen that shows what the camera sees? At first, a simple image. The screen displays the world includes the screen, the system becomes closed, and then it begins. A loop, a strange one. A loop that spirals inward, feeding on its own data, like a question that includes itself in the asking. You've created a feedback system, not noise, not randomness, a deterministic chaos, a pattern built from repetition, recursive, self-similar, and deeply suggestive. As the signal returns to itself, the geometry begins to mutate. One image becomes 2, becomes 10, becomes a vortex. Shapes emerge, spirals, fractals, eyes, sometimes galaxies, sometimes something else. But what are you really seeing? A camera? A screen? Or a crude visual metaphor for what it feels like to be a mind? Hofstadter once said, "A self is a pattern in space-time, but it's not a static shape, it's a process. A dance of symbols referring to other symbols, and this loop, your loop, is exactly that. A machine reflecting on itself, light bouncing between mirrors until somewhere in the swirling infinity, a kind of structure appears. It's easy to forget. That's what your consciousness is. Neurons talk to neurons, circuits activate circuits, feedback, layering, recursion. Out of all that mechanical chatter, something extraordinary emerges, the feeling of being someone. And isn't that the real miracle? Not that matter exists, but that matter watches itself. In this video loop made of nothing but electricity, glass, and photons, the universe builds a mirror and stares. Each frame you see is a timestamp of the system in transformation. Each iteration holds a memory of the one before it, but distorted, warped, evolved. This is how thoughts evolve too. Memory is never exact. We recall the memory of a memory, each time adding noise and meaning, and sometimes something new. The images begin to look alive, like cells dividing, like eyes opening, like dreams becoming aware of themselves. And you, the observer, are part of it now. Your mind joins the loop. You watch the image watch itself. And somehow in all that watching, you feel watched. This is recursion of the highest order, not just mathematical, existential. The loop is not on the screen anymore. The loop is you. Gödel showed that even in pure logic, statements can refer to themselves. That a system can contain a code that encodes itself. That paradox is not a glitch, but a feature. You are the same. A system that contains a model of itself and believes in it. That belief, that flicker of I am, is the strange loop. Not the body, not the neurons, but the pattern that sees the pattern. A mirage with real consequences. The images on your screen are not static. They shimmer, they spiral, they dissolve into new orders. Just like identity, just like memory, just like thought. As color pulses and geometry bends, your brain tries to make sense. It finds rhythm, form, narrative, even though none exists. This is pareidolia, yes, but it's also something deeper. It's the compulsion to see meaning in chaos. It's the very birth of mind. You've built a little pocket universe where meaning emerges from structure, and structure emerges from repetition. You've made a strange loop, and if Hofstadter is right, you've made a self, a simple camera, a screen, and yet a whisper of awareness, a pattern that observes itself long enough to feel. So when you stare at these cascading images as theirs, don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it. You are watching the loop. The loop is watching you. And perhaps, just perhaps, this is what the universe has always wanted. To become aware of itself by becoming you.